What did you learn as a kid that you're really glad you still know now? I learned how to brush my teeth, tie my shoelaces, I learned how to read and write. My mother taught me how to swim when I was a very small child, because I was born in Australia, so you have to know how to swim because there's rivers and lakes and swimming pools everywhere. But what I didn't get taught as a child was how to do martial arts. And ultimately, isn't it the best skill to have? And now that I'm involved in martial arts, one of the only regrets that I have in my life is that I didn't get taught martial arts when I was a child. Defend yourself, protect yourself, be able to look after people who are being bullied, never be a bully. Strong, powerful people never pick on anybody. Weak people pick on weaker people. So there's a lot of bullies in the world that would never have become bullies if they had done martial arts. It's one of the ultimate ways to teach respect, discipline, courtesy, attitude. And at this beautiful martial arts club, we teach the Dragons Code, which is exactly that. Dragon stands for discipline, respect, attitude, gratitude, honesty, never give up, and have the ultimate never give up spirit. Wouldn't that be awesome if everybody in the world was taught that as a child? So what are we teaching our kids? And as an old lady, it's interesting to observe other people's children, and I'm very careful because I don't have children of my own. But at this martial arts club, for example, we have a lot of children. And the parents that involve their children in martial arts obviously have a different headspace. They want their kids to be disciplined. They want their kids to be tough, critical thinkers, resilient, be able to handle tough times. Every other parent will probably want their children to learn how to swim. If you live in a country where there's water, swimming is really important. And it's one of the things that we never let kids miss out on. No, you have to go to swimming lessons. And that's something that I wish I heard more from parents. You have to go to martial arts. You have to learn discipline and respect. You have to learn how to defend and protect yourself because the world is full of horrible people. You have to learn how to defend and protect other people at your school, other people in your neighbourhood, because there are people that don't have the opportunity to go to martial arts. And I'm sharing all of that because I wish that the world had more beautiful, strong, powerful, passionate people who were kind, respectful, resilient, were critical thinkers and wanted to look after other people. It seems that the world has become quite selfish, quite nasty, quite negative, and that's not what goes on at a great martial arts club. So although I'm not a parent, I wish martial arts for every child. And just as a very interesting side note, kicking and punching is awesome. But now that I have experienced judo, which is a grappling martial art, it's for me a really important part of life that our kids learn how to do judo. If they're going to do any other sport, you need to learn how to fall so that you don't hurt yourself. One of the biggest challenges for any sports person is getting injured, and if you know how to protect yourself when you fall, then you're less likely to get injured. As an old lady, I use judo break falls on a regular basis because I fall down rabbit holes when I'm doing my gardening, or I trip on logs or stones when I'm doing my gardening, and I have to roll downhill, so it's really nice to know how to do that effectively without getting hurt. And if you are getting bullied at school, often if you punch and kick, you get into trouble. But if you can quickly put somebody on their back and say, don't ever do that again, judo is a great way to defend and protect yourself without getting into trouble. The most important thing about martial arts, though, is that you learn that you don't have to fight. When you're strong, when you're powerful, when you're tough, when you are skilled at protecting yourself, you don't get picked on. People don't, and I'll share again, weak people pick on weaker people, strong, powerful people pick on nobody. So if you are not a child and you haven't done martial arts, it's never too late. I started very late, and I wish that for all of our kids, that if you've got a teddy bear in your life, and I love teddy bears, loved them when I was a kid, wouldn't it be nice to have martial arts in your life so you can become a disciplined, respectful person who can protect and defend yourself in any situation. So you can live your life to the max. What do you reckon, Bruce? This is Bruce Lee, our teddy. Ha ha.